Hi, everybody from South Milwaukee. Today we're going to be going over our presentation regarding how to create your perfect pitch. So my name is Marina. I'm the VP of Membership for UWW Enactus team. I'm originally from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I'm currently studying business analytics and supply chain management.
I'm Jack Oman. I'm an Enactus alumni from UW Whitewater.
Hey everyone, my name is James Drucker. I'm the current Enactus president. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, and I major in finance.
So we're going to start with the whole bread and butter of your presentation. The most important part of what you need to know about your business is your one-liner. So you need to know and develop the whole one sentence summary of what your business actually is. A great way to think of this is, what would you tell your grandma if she asked you, what is it that you're trying to start? So like for the example listed here for a meal prep service would be, we provide nutritious and affordable pre-planned and pre-prepared meals for busy families. It would be that same kind of a deal. And then for a dry cleaner example, we would also say we help professionals look and feel their best by offering local dry cleaning services. So, like for you, it would be customizable to your own business and say it with enthusiasm. This is your purpose, your power, like everything you want in your business. This is how you present yourself quickly and shortly, kind of like an elevator pitch where you would say it quick off the bat in a snap, like that kind of a thing. And so today, for the whole rest of this, we're going to talk about how to form your pitch and then how to go through specifically for Space Race, the submission process, as well as how the judging process goes and what an actual successful video pitch looks like. Because we've seen them and we can explain what is the best parts about it, what do you want to try and emulate, that kind of a thing. So this whole process is about forming your pitch. So the general guidelines for your pitch are you're going to film a 2 to 3 minute video presentation. That doesn't seem like a long time, but it really is. You can fit a lot in 3 minutes. So you don't need to worry about speed talking because you don't want to overfill your presentation as well. Because if you talk too fast, it'll seem like you're giving too much information, overloading the viewer. So talk at a slow, normal pace with confidence and energy that kind of gives off what you really want to present out to the community. And keep in mind, you are presenting to the community, not to us. So the important part is engaging the people that you want to start attending your business. The things we will cover is I'll go into the one-liner in a little bit more detail. We'll also cover the problem solutions, your team, your marketing and sales plan, your competition, as well as your ask. So what you're asking of the community and of the competition itself. So for your one-liner and mission statement, the most important thing is that you are concise. You want this to be one sentence and not one of those long sentences that has all of those fancy punctuation marks in it that makes it like 4 or 5 actual sentences. No, just one actual sentence, kind of like the examples I gave earlier. And it needs to contain what you do, who you impact, and why it matters. And here's where you will show your passion and tell your story and why you are the person for this job and what makes it most powerful. And again, like I said, the most important point, what would you tell somebody who does not know what your business is, what your business is, and why it matters and how it impacts people?
Okay, so this slide is where you're going to clearly explain what the real problem your business is solving. Okay, start by defining the issue in simple, specific terms. Then explain why the problem matters and why it exists today. Show how it affects a real person in South Milwaukee, whether that's a resident, a worker, or a small business owner. Make sure the audience feels the frustration, the inconvenience, or the loss of opportunity your customer experiences. Support this with the evidence such as local observations, community trends, or real conversations. Finally, tell a short story that helps the judges see the problem that is happening in everyday life. If they understand and believe the problem, they will care about the solution. Speaking of solution, this slide is going to explain what your product or service is and why it directly solves the problem you just defined. Okay, so first describe what your solution is in simple, intuitive terms. so anyone can understand it immediately. Then clearly connect it back to the problem. Show how it removes the pain points and not just improves it slightly. Explain why your solution is the right one by highlighting what makes it different, more effective, or better suited for South Milwaukee than existing ones. This is the most important part of your pitch because a strong solution proves what problem can actually be solved. When judges understand why your solution works and why it matters, they can see the value and impact. So this next slide introduces who is behind the business and why are they the right people to execute this idea. Clearly state who the owners and key employees are and what roles they play in said business. Explain why this team is uniquely qualified by highlighting relevant experiences, skills, or live connections to the set problem. Share any important connections, mentors, or advisors who strengthen the business and increase credibility. If they are crucial roles that you still might need to fill, this is the right moment to say so. Whether you're looking for a technical partner, marketing support, or industry experts. A strong team slide shows the judges that that the idea isn't just good, but that the people behind it can actually make it happen. Okay, the next slide, market and sales plan. So this slide defines who your main target customer is and how large the opportunity is. Clearly state who your primary customer is first. Be specific about who they are. Don't just say everyone. Then explain the size of your market to show what is the real demand of your business. Describe describe how you plan to reach and sell it to this customer, including the marketing channels you use and why they make sense for this audience. If you have a physical storefront, explain how you attract people to it, such as local partnerships, community events, or even walk-in visibility or online promotion that drives in-person traffic. A strong target market slide shows you that you know exactly who you're serving and how you'll bring them through the door.
All right, now on to competition. Similar to marketing, this is more about who the competition is in South Milwaukee, understanding who is competing with you in your market, what are they offering, how are you specifically different than that, and where are they? Are they local or is there a lack of local need there? Most importantly, this is going to show your audience, which is the community, what value you're bringing and why you should be the winner. So, ask yourself, why do I belong in South Milwaukee and why does my business belong in South Milwaukee? And if you answer those two questions in the video, the community will really engage with that and understand and hopefully vote for you in order to win. And then your ask. So this video is to the community. So the ask is the two winning storefronts, which will get rent for 1 year. So you need to know what you want and need from your audience. This includes investment resources, the team members that you described earlier in your video. What connections do you need? And in the space race, you are going to have to pitch to the judges eventually. And you need to know these other financial and business acumen things. But just remember the video that you're creating right here is for the community. But be prepared to back that up and share sort of your excitement about that and what you will do with this award. All right, so the submission process for the space race, you will upload your video to YouTube. Make sure the link is able to be viewed publicly. Then you're gonna send or complete the form and submit it with the video link in it, so we can upload that into our app. All right, and the judging process starts with a community vote. So like I mentioned, our Main Street Pass app will host all these videos as well as a web link for non-app users. This is where the community will take your videos and rank your businesses based on what they think is going to be the best thing for South Milwaukee, what businesses they need, what businesses they want to go shop at. We're going to take all this feedback back in, and then a panel of economic development experts is also going to look at that and choose from some of those top voted ones and see which ones are going to make the most impact for this community. Then the judges are going to score the finalists using both the community voting, which is where the community really gets a say in what they need and want in South Milwaukee, as well as the economic development impact. And then the judges are going to interview those top candidates with their financials, their business plan, making sure they really know what they're going to do and making sure that their business is successful in the long term. Once they do that, they're going to select the top 2 candidates who are going to win a year of free storefront rent. All right, now we're going to check out an example video. This is from a previous competition in Whitewater where the 2 guests really nailed it and hit it out of the park with their video, bringing enthusiasm, explaining their business and their concepts, bringing in some outside sources, and proving that they're ready in order to win this competition. So now we'll play that video.
I'm Holly. And I'm Melissa. Holly's the owner of Stellar Vintage, located here at the corner of First and Center Street, which we recently opened in February of 2024.
Stellar Vintage provides the Whitewater community and beyond with high-quality, unique, secondhand vintage clothing and accessories, complete with a curated shopping experience that is sustainable and affordable. We focus on funky mod pieces and street-style fashions from the 1970s and 90s, 2 eras in which social movements of the time heavily shaped the fashion trends.
Fast fashion poses a huge environmental problem. According to Earth.org, most garments are worn an average of 7 times before being tossed. The fast fashion industry does not help this at all, as the quality of clothing barely lasts a couple washes. A whopping 92 million tons of textile waste ends up in landfills each year, and if no actions are taken to reduce fast fashion waste and throwaway culture, this amount will double by the end of the decade. This is where vintage resellers play a vital role in preventing textile waste and preserving unique pieces of history.
From a young age, I've been passionate about curating the perfect closet. I wanted a wide array of high-quality, unique pieces that would portray my passion on the outside. After noticing a fast fashion trend coming to a head in 2020, I began turning to vintage clothing as a high-quality, environmentally friendly, and one-of-a-kind alternative to these fast fashion brands. My initial goal for Stellar Vintage was to provide high school students and college students who think similarly to me with an accessible and affordable way to curate their own closets, hence why we chose Whitewater.
So moving forward, in the interest of continuing to promote environmentally friendly and accessible clothing practices, we want to expand Stellar Vintage.
Particularly, my goal as owner is to make Stellar my full-time job. I want to be financially comfortable enough to a point where I can expand my hours in the interest of community members and also spend time outside of store hours sourcing pieces that appeal to a wider range of sizes, genders, styles, and so on. Additionally, I would like the time and funds to be able to organize events that promote community engagement.
Therefore, our ask from the Whitewater Windup is funding for a year's worth of rent, outdoor racks, a custom canopy, a portable square terminal for events, and marketing materials, which we calculated out to be roughly $17,250. The breakdown is shown in our slide deck. Rewearing is caring and sustainable, so please join us in the movement and support Stellar Vintage. Thank you!
Comments, concerns while you're making this video, feel free to reach out to James. His email's on the screen here, or respond back to the email you got with all these directions. We look forward to seeing all of your videos and hopefully 2 new storefronts in South Milwaukee, which could be you.